Hey, how you doing? How's life as being a massive, muscular guy now? Oh, good to hear. Yeah, I have no idea how I ever got there, and I look forward to it. Hey Lazo.
Hey AJ, nice to meet you, pal. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Take a seat. Take a seat.
Dude.
So, what can I do to help you? And why do you think I'm the man for the job?
Right. Well, what you can do to help me? Well, one of the things I've been struggling with, I'd say, is fitness and health. Like I like to be fit and healthy, but I've never been able to achieve my ideal dream body is what I like to. And you said you're struggling with your fitness. I say struggling because I've tried. Why I say struggling?
You've attempted a few things.
Yeah, I've tried, and what I've noticed is that I have a pattern. Like I'll get to a certain size, and then I'll start eating like chocolate or binge or something, and I won't exercise for a while, and then I'll like feel guilty, and I'll go into exercising again, get to a certain size, and then rinse and repeat. Right.
That's interesting.
So yeah, and on the flip side of that as well is like the health benefits of knowing what the right foods to eat. I'm aware of it, I just don't do it, and I find it like a complex process that I don't really understand. So having someone to lead me and show me who knows.
You need an education to appreciate why you're doing certain things.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, so those are the key things, and of course like the energy and the benefits, and also the focus that I know comes from exercise is what I'm really after as well. So if I can develop that, with your help, and be able to go off into my life and just keep on doing that, I know my whole life will transform, like in my businesses and my relationships and everything, just one of the key things that really stuck out for me is not only are you one of the best, but the way in which you've done it, which is to compact it and make it small and simple to follow, so that it can be the exercises. I'm talking about exercise here, so I can exercise and get on with my businesses, and it's not taking over my life. I don't have to start like going to the gym like for hours on end, and I'm focusing on exercise.
There are people out there they live religiously in the gym and they forget other areas of their life.
Yeah.
So it negates it, so you're not inspired to do it anymore.
It's not what I want to do. It's boring for me. I'm interested in living. I'm interested in going out and doing stuff. If I'm interested in also being functional. I don't wear any jewelry really because unless it's a watch, because it doesn't really do any function for me.
Right.
So if I'm exercising, I want it for a certain reason. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah. So that's how I am. And so everything I've heard about you is like exactly that. Exercising is to drive your life forward and to do businesses and take to that next level. Yeah, so for me, like if I can exercise and get that focus in, really transform not just my body but my mind and my focus to take my businesses and my life to the next level. And I'm in my life in general. We're only here for a short amount of time, and I want to make the most of my life.
But great experiences.
Exactly, and I find that my focus isn't always there. So there's that kind of what's the word? It's incongruent, right? And I think this is the exercise part is what's missing, which is really going to give me the energy and the focus and the drive to take my life there.
What I do prescribe for my clients and myself, because I completely appreciate what people in this world live in.
Yeah.
You can't. It's like one of those guys who are always meditating and then living in a temple somewhere. It doesn't actually work for most people trying to find that alignment. Just like the guy who trains in the gym all the time.
Yeah.
It doesn't work because you miss out everything else in life. There's two parts to it. That's time and energy. That's what you really have, is time and energy. My workouts and my training system is a very short period of time to create the right stimulus and not to annihilate the body, so you can respond to make change happen. At the same time, you're looking for energy. Your body is an energy making machine. So we're going to try to rearrange that circuitry so you have much more abundant amount of energy to fulfill whatever that is you're fulfilling it as a purpose. And actually be more present into that experience, because now the body's actually doing the talking as well as the mind. You've got the two things going on. If you think about the whole body in its entirety, you are just a set of biochemical reactions. So you're changing or rearranging your biochemistry will give you a different output in terms of your behavior, because you're looking for a behavior change when it comes to focus. And focus is defined as DHEA. That gives you that cool, calm focus. So I'm going to sit here and do the work to create that serotonin. Now, we're not going to go into the complex of each chemicals, but just like testosterone, it's a drive to make you do things. And the act of training actually facilitates those chemicals to be produced more often than not. So that point is not about positive thinking, it's about positive feelings that your body's secreting on a regular basis for a good share of time of the week. Hence, productivity. That's what you're looking for, productivity while you're enjoying the moment, right? So my training is all based on hormonal re-management and balance.
Okay.
So we'll change the whole thing as a man and what man's supposed to be, right?
Okay, yeah.
I'm a big believer on visualization and mental rehearsal in creating whatever it is to achieve something. So when we talked about exercise, I personally think exercise is a waste of time.
Okay.
It's actually training. And training is progressive, and there's a direction, and there's an intention, and there's an agenda behind it to get a certain outcome. Whether you fail or not, it doesn't make a difference, because the failure is just a scorecard to tell you where you are now.
Okay.
So the first thing we need to do is where you are now and where you want to go.
Okay.
And that's the visualization to where you want to go, your future projection.
Yeah.
So we're going to go through a consultation on where you are now. We kind of currently know that you haven't been training for a while, you stopped and started.
Yeah.
What's your nutrition like, average?
It's all over the place.
So I want you to just do a food diary for me for a week.
Okay,
We'll go through the food diary just to see, okay, this is what you're doing right now. Then I can start to educate you on eating. Where you are now, I have no idea in terms of your training style and in terms of connecting your mind and muscle to connection. Most people in the gym do not actually know how to connect with their muscle. So they're just doing this whole thing, they're doing the exercise and they're getting bored from the whole movement, and that's why they stop. But if you're actually present, you actually go, wow, I can feel my deltoid, I can feel my bicep, feel my tricep. There's something going on there. And then it starts producing a love affair with the actual training itself.
Okay.
Right? But because it's a short period of time, it's sustainable. As opposed to unmanageable when it gets too long and you're tired and you're fatigued and you can't recover and like, well, fuck man, I can't even do my work anymore. So it's that the sweet spot. Now talking about future visualization, when I first did my transformation, I had an individual called Jamal Nazar who I looked up to, and I had his physique, and I was like, I look like this guy. And it practically came almost to that guy. And to the point when I competed, I actually drew the physique I want to look like. And Miami, when I won the show, it was spitting image. So visualization is a big factor. If you want to talk about law of attraction, whatever it may be, it happens on the inner world in your body. Yeah. So who do you want to look like? What's the kind of similar genetics, but ideal for you? There's no perfect body, it's already perfect for you.
Okay. Well, I had a thought about this and I had a look. I have no idea what the guy's name is, but he's an Indian actor, I think.
Right.
I've got some pictures on my phone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And it gives you an idea of like the physique I'm going for. I'm just opening up my phone. So yeah, I've just got some pictures in here. So there's a few pictures there. As you scroll left and right.
It's got a good physique.
So
very fit.
Yeah. So the full pecs and
shoulders, arms. You see, that's great. That's actually realistic. You can achieve something like that. Maybe better, maybe just off, but at least now you have a target. Now the way the brain works is like, now I know where I need to go. And that's so important. But most people go into the gym, they don't know what they're going to do. They go, I want to lose some weight. Yeah. Well, I can just chop off your leg. Okay. And lose some weight. What is that? What does that mean? So now you have visual representation. Now we'll also have a figure representation. Like as you, like how much muscle do you have? How much muscle we're trying to gain? Yada yada yada. We'll go through the process. But this is so important. So I'm glad you did this. Yeah. This is the analysis.
Yeah.
All right.
So my little frog belly I was pointing out earlier.
Frog belly, right? Yeah. There's a little poo.
If I let it out slightly, my long arms.
So you know, naturally you've got a good frame to actually build a good physique, and you've got a good height, so you have an advantage over it. There is a slight cap on your shoulder, so that can actually be improved a lot more. Meaning, like some people's shoulders are quite flat, like this, so it takes a longer time to build that shoulder. So there are some advantage there. This is what we need to get rid of, these puppy handles or love handles. I don't know why they're called love handles. No one ever uses for love. Turn around. Let's turn around. Right. You have worked out before. You can see there is some element of muscle mass on you, but there's.
I haven't worked out for a good 2 months.
Yeah, 2 months, right?
Yeah.
Looking at your physique here, the key here is creating, like bodybuilding in its essence, or body resculpting, is illusion creation, right? So it's with creating an illusion that your shoulders are capped, wider on here, and smaller here. So that creates the V-shaped that people naturally find more attractive, and it actually looks like a gymnast or an athlete, so forth. So that's what we're going to try to create. Now, there is some depth on you, but we're going to create a bigger depth around your chest and your back area. Obviously, the midsection is just basically a KFC family pack, so we're going to shift it down to I don't know, a 6-pack, an 8-pack, whatever that's underneath there. There's no real science to getting how many packs. It's just whatever your genetics is built up. But what we're going to do is create the best abs that you have in a 12-week period. Right? Again, you're removing all this fat, and fat is just a long-term energy storage, and it creates toxins. It actually slows you down. So this is tons of health benefits in terms of the reshaping and restructuring. Having said that, you've got good length in your arms, so we're going to build up your bicep, build up the guns, the shoulders. There is a good shape to you. Yeah, man, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be fucking awesome.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cool, man. The deeper the cuts we build, even though you might not look necessarily that much bigger in clothes, depending on what you want to wear, but then you can use clothes as a tool in terms of what kind of reaction you want people to have. But just having like deeper cuts, when you do take your clothes off, like, wow, what is that? It's like, and it makes you look a lot bigger than you actually are. So again, it just changes the whole look. So it's always quite interesting when people's reactions when you see afterwards.
Quick sneak peek.
Before and after.
Hey, how you doing? How's life as being a massive, muscular guy now? Oh, good to hear. Yeah, I have no idea how I ever got there, and I look forward to it.